today for the CCTV training module on the cameras. Our aim with this course is to have all the security staff trained to the same level of understanding for the reviewing and exporting of the footage on the cameras. Okay, first of all, we give the overview of the system. You see here we have the 9-panel display of the cameras on site in the centre of the screen. Down the left hand side of the screen you will see there is the list of cameras. From these cameras you can pick and choose which camera you're displaying. Along the top you have all your tools and options and your different workspace tabs. There's 3 methods of reviewing and exporting footage. There is jump to recording, sequence playback and enhanced search. And in this course we'll go through the 3 then, as well as in detail how to export from these. The first method I will show you is jump to recording. For these we will work from workspace tree, which is a tab on the top of the screen. We'll click on workspace tree and we'll drag across the camera which we want to view. For this demonstration we'll use camera 1. And we have camera 1 loaded. To go to jump to record, you right click on the mouse and the option will come up to jump recording. Click on jump to recording and insert the time and date of when you want to jump to recording and press play. Okay, at the moment it doesn't seem to be working. This happens every so often. It is a bug in the system which we are unable to fix. But I will continue with the demonstration. To go to export, there's a tab down here. It's an arrow pointing to the right. Export will pop up. To start exporting, you click on this arrow and you'll see the outer screen has turned red. This is now recording and you need to record until you've got the footage you require. Once you're finished, you push on that export button again and it will export out onto the desktop. From there, I'll explain later on how to export it to the next step of exporting. Sorry about that, but as I said, unable to do it. The other method is synchronous playback. With synchronous playback, you go into Tools, Synchronous Playback, and you'll see this ticker tape style box pop up. To go to the footage you require, you go up here to the date and time, and I'll go back to yesterday. And you use this magnifier glasses on the side to zoom in to get a more detailed time frame. From this then, you use the toggle bars to find the exact time you want and press play. Now we have the footage we're playing here in the box. And to control this, to fast forward, pause, rewind, you use the controls in this box. As you see now, the time is going faster. Pause, rewind. These are all controls inside this box. For exporting from this folder or this playback, up in the top on the ticker tape box, there's an export button. You click export. Highlight. For exporting from the sequence playback, you highlight which camera you want to export and you press the start export button down here. I'll explain in detail further about all the other options in this, but for now I'll just explain that you press the start export and it saves to the desktop folder. When you're finished exporting, you press close, and up in the ticker top box up here, you press close as well. And now your file is exported out onto the desktop. For the third option, we have the enhanced search. For the enhanced search method, up in the top there's a tab Enhanced Search. Click into this and you'll see a list of options. You put in your start time and date for the time range and the stop time for the time range. You come over here to click on video, for your video you're looking for. And to find the cameras you want to use, you go to Modify. You click on the GSK 6PV for the drop down menu. And you click add for each camera that you require for the playback. When this is done, you press OK, and then you press search. After this is completed, you will have both whatever cameras you search for down the bottom of the screen. To play these, you must go back to Workspace 3, highlight which one you want to play, and press play. This will now start playing in the screen here, and all the controls are down along the bottom. To export from this one, over above the pop-up box, we have the export tab. Again, this is similar to the synchronous display or the synchronous playback version, where you have the options. You select which footage you want to export and click Start Export. Again, this will save to the desktop and in the folder. Now for more detailed explanation of the export. You will see here that there is different options. There is PEF and AVI. When you go onto PEF, you will export the player so that people who do not have the pellicle system, which we use here, will have that player. Or you have AVI. When you export as PEF, you are done. You just press Start Export and it is finished. When you go to AVI, you have other options. You may insert a password to password protect the folder depending on the end user. You also have the option to insert the camera name, time and date, and a watermark depending on the end user, what he requires and what information he needs from it. When all these are completed, you press Start Export, and again it will be in the desktop folder. On the desktop we have this folder, CCTV Exports. Inside here you will see that if you export as PEF file, you have a folder. Inside this folder we do have the pellicle export player, so that when we email or copy to a DVD, it will be on the DVD how to play this format. But when you export as AVI file, you just have a single file which you can click on and play. As you see here, we have information that was on, we could include onto it, which is a camera date and time, camera name, camera date and time, and the watermark. All these are only available on the AVI file. This system should always be logged in, and in the event that it's not logged in, we have the details how to log onto this system inside our security book. Any questions?
How long does the video last for? How many days is it recording? How many days does it keep recording for? Is it 60 or what?
On this system we have a 30-day playback, so the most you can go back to or review on our system is 30 days. So today we have the 26th of the 4th. The furthest you can go back is the 26th of the 3rd. The 25th of the 4th or the 3rd is now gone from the system and cannot be recalled unless we have it backed up. And as far as I know, we do not have it backed up at the moment.
What do you do if, like, for instance, if the guards wanted a bit of footage?
If the guards want a bit of footage, they must go through the site team and the site manager. He'll give us permission to either email or burn off a copy of the DVD and put it onto the footage. Usually we give them as the pellicle system export the PEF file so that it's more secure and uneditable version of the file, so there can be no question in court that it was altered or doctored video.
Very good.
Any other questions? Would you like me to demonstrate anything else any further, or is there any part of the system that you didn't?
No, you did a good. You explained it very well. How many cameras have we on site?
In total, we have 27 cameras on site for this on the police system across the 4 screens, and all these are on a 30-day playback.
Are they static, or can you move them, or can you zoom in, or?
There is 11 pan tilt zoom cameras on the system, which will do. I'll show you on the screen. one of them is they have a full 360 view on this camera here. I'll just put it onto full screen. You see with this we have a full 360 view and zooming capabilities. Like I said, there's 11 of these cameras on site what do this, and the other ones are just static and are in key points where they do not require to be moved around.
And where does the system go back to? Is it in a control room or?
All these cameras are internet based. There's a server on site what backs all these up and have all these systems. We do not have the physical server in this office for security reasons. It's located on site so that it cannot be tampered with in an event, or in the event of a power cut here, that they're still recording even though we have no power to the main security.
And who can look at the footage? If someone wanted to look at it, like the Data Protection Act.
Under the Data Protection Act, on site we are only allowed to look at it on the request from An Garda Síochána or from the site manager in charge of this, which in our case is Pat Fitzgerald.
Right.
Other than that, no other person is allowed to come in here and look at it. Also, under the Data Protection Act, we do not sit here statically looking at the cameras. We only look at them as requested or something catches our eye.
Thank you very much for your cooperation.
Thank you very much. And if you've, I'll give you the evaluation form now.
No problem.
And if you fill that out and give it back to me,